I'm Skip.
And I'm DJ.
And this is DeCypherEd. And today we are breaking down the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th studio album of Vince Staples, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart. And before we get started, subscribe to the Patreon. By the time that y'all get this episode, the Patreon will be live. I don't know what the what's the name will be, but it'll be down here. And before we get started, how you doing today, DJ?
I'm doing good, bro. Doing good. I'm happy to be here, man.
How about I say you better use the mic?
Yeah, man. I'm happy to be here. I think this is gonna be a good one, man.
I think so too. Coming back again, we got Corbin, Brother Bino.
My dog said it'll be down here.
As it will be. Matter of fact, put it back in.
All right.
We got Rome back.
Yo, what's the deal?
Shit, I can't call it. Section 205. Be on the lookout.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be
Corbin don't know what we're talking about.
I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, for sure. That's for damn sure.
I'm about to be outside a little bit more. So,
right.
Make myself
How you feel, Bino? You shaking the rust off?
Man, you know what? I feel good.
All right, we're gonna see.
I do feel good. I do feel good.
All right. I'm just saying,
I ain't gonna get into it, man.
Okay.
Let me pull my notes up real quick.
I ain't gonna get into it. I do want to say this though before we get started. I just want to show you how shit come full circle. All right. Rome, you remember the first concert we went to together?
Which one? Yeah.
Here.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was summertime 06.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Skip was there.
I was.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah. I ain't know this nigga yet.
Hold up. Listen. I told you niggas, I done introduced you to each other before. So every time I'm talking to Rome about Skip, I was like, bro, you've met Skip. Nah, I don't know Skip. No, because I don't know. But the thing is, why you laughing? It's the same way. I was like, bro, you know Rome? He was like, yeah, that night was blurry. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, summertime 06, man, and now
because I think I kept meeting Jam for the first time over and over. But I met Jam like 5 times, bro.
But that's, yeah.
No, it's crazy, 'cause I remember.
Now you remember.
No, I don't remember. I still don't remember meeting Skip.
Hold on, what a gunshot.
But I remember you telling me that.
Tell me.
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like that nigga really used to be like, you know Skip, bro. He was like, you met him at the Vince Staples concert.
I used to tell him, you know
I
Rome.
don't know. I don't remember.
I probably met Cuz, but I don't know Cuz.
That's crazy.
Summertime 06.
Because somehow, and we'll get to the episode, somehow I knew B. Jones without knowing B. Jones.
Yeah.
Like I knew him since like 2009 or some shit.
B. Jones be everywhere.
Yeah, I probably ran into that nigga at Bama. But let's go ahead and get started. Because they don't know what the fuck we talking about. But since y'all are the guests, we're gonna let y'all discuss some of y'all initial thoughts on the album before we get started. Bino, we're gonna let you go first.
So when I initially heard it, so how long was it between Vince Staples and Ramona Park? Like his self-titled.
2 years?
Months.
It was,
for real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
quick.
months.
It was
Yeah,
months.
it was a couple months,
So
yeah.
I was like, damn,
What the
like
fuck I been?
it's like an extension of like
It was a couple months. Yeah.
his like biography of, you know what I'm saying? Because Vince Staples was just telling how he grew up, and you listen to Ramona Park Broke My Heart, it's like part 2.
Yeah.
So I kind of figured out, and I was listening to an interview he did, and he was recording all this at the same time,
Yeah.
you know. But the budget just changed up, and he'll tell you.
It was 9 months.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Vince Staples came out in July of 21. This came out in April of 22.
I was like, damn, did he just drop something?
Yeah.
But I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah, because this type of Vince, this the Vince that I like.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, go ahead. What's your initial
Oh,
thoughts?
well, I've been campaigning for Vince Staples to be talked about for a long time. So I've been waiting on this moment. Like real talk. Because like you said, that's his favorite Vince. And I'm telling him, like, bro, Vince been him the whole time. So this particular album is almost like for me, he was showing motherfuckers that he can make that type of album.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because like his music really, like for him to be on the type of shit that he on, he don't get enough credit for being as technical as he is. Like he's super experimental, and he know how to catch any beat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like this was one of them albums where it was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna tell my story and I'm gonna tell it in a way. You know what I mean? That's a little bit more familiar from a rap nigga from the West Side type shit.
Yeah.
And like that's why I appreciate that shit. I appreciate that he know how to, You know what I mean? Like he know how to give people what they want. You know what I mean? So like that shit, this album.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give Rome his flowers because he's the reason I'm a Vince Staples fan.
Okay.
Really, like Summertime 06, like we going to the concert, all I know is Blue Suede and
you need your ass whooped.
I'm telling you,
I mean, it was fair.
Bro,
It was fair.
I'm just saying, bro.
It was
that's
fair.
what I'm saying.
Shit, I mean,
I'm just saying, bro. I don't.
both of you guys.
Like,
all three of y'all.
No wonder I ain't never seen you in no flannel, cuz.
yeah, man.
No wonder, cuz.
I like Vince, but I don't know his catalog as extensively as the rest of y'all. But this album here, I would say, is a really good treat for me personally because, like, when we started potting and this shit, like a lot of, I'm not gonna say a lot of new music, but I have become a lot more open than I normally would be to listen to certain, projects. And coming off of the Vince Staples album the year before, and then going into this, it did feel like a part one and a part two type thing. Yeah. So it just kind of flowed together. Because I listened to it when it first came out, and then when we was getting ready to do the review for this, I kind of listened to it like back to back.
Okay.
And that's the vibe I got from it. So I definitely enjoyed it. It's definitely a good project. One of the sleepers I feel of last year, for sure. It wasn't really talked about like that, but I definitely feel as though it deserves to be acknowledged.
Fact.
So.
Yeah. Vince Staples was the introduction. Not the introduction. Yeah. That was like when he like started to perfect the Aubrey Staples. Like he started to get more melodies out. And like
oh shit.
I was trying to see where he was going with it. I'm like,
nigga said Aubrey Staples.
his like
what?
Kind of
Oh,
not monotone, but like kind of flat vocally, but like finding harmonies and melodies throughout the song. And it's like he talking about the most gangsterous, sad,
over the smoothest beats.
Over the smoothest beats and making these hoes like this is bro, I'm at a kickback, somebody grilling, and he on this whole like just bouncing around on these beats talking about murder. and it's like if you're not listening, you're not even catching that and you enjoying the whole thing.
You're not, because you're just vibing out. The whole album is like a vibe. Like that shit is crazy.
And it started, and I feel like he started that with Vince Staples and he perfected it with Ramona Park, Broke My Heart. So without further ado, let's get into this shit, man. Let's talk about some of the favorite songs. DJ, I'm gonna let you go first. You ain't got no notes in there, so you just...
Yeah, I'm going off.
This nigga here, boy. He getting better and better, man.
I would probably say my favorite song is probably Rose Street. That's probably my favorite. That's why I played that first, because that's my favorite song on the album. And then I like The Beach. I like Paper Cuts. And I kind of like... what is that? Playing Wars? I think
Playing
Ways. Yeah, Playing Ways. I'm sorry, Playing Ways. Yeah, so those probably like my top 4 favorite. But Rose Street is probably my number 1. Like I instantly fell in love with that song the first time I heard it, because that beat is just like like
it's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's a fire ass song, bro. And he was getting off on that song. So, but yeah, those are probably my favorites.
Bino.
So, my favorite song is When Sparks Fly.
Damn.
That shit is beautiful.
Yeah,
we gonna talk about it too.
We're gonna get more into that one.
Cause you remember what I remember?
No.
Okay, well, yeah, we definitely finna talk about that.
I probably do though. We'll see. I like that. Man, that's an intro, man. Nameless going into When Sparks Fly. We'll talk.
Yeah, like
okay. But it's not a lot that I say I skip on here. I'm just gonna say that because like Rose Street is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Of course, When Sparks Fly. A and The Beach. A, Free the Homies and The Beach. And East Point Prayer.
Yes, sir.
East Point Prayer is good. I like East Point Prayer.
Go ahead, Ron, and extend your speech till I get back.
All right, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like honestly, bro, DJ Quick, like that's like my favorite. You know what I mean? That's my favorite little vibey track on this motherfucker. DJ Quick went crazy. East Point Prayer, Playaways, Rose Street, and Bang That.
Damn, was Mama's Boy?
Yeah, Mama's Boy crazy too.
I fuck with Mama's Boy.
Like it's really like.
I really don't skip anything.
Thoroughly enjoyable album, bro.
Like the entire
it's crazy.
album.
Like it's real. And my whole thing, like with that, is like he he do that because like bro really good at that. Like I can't recall a Vince Staples song on the album that I just skipped.
How you talking about murder and saying you love this shit like your mama?
You feel me? And the thing is, he dead ass. Like he like for real.
I love this shit like my mama.
You feel me?
Maybe if I didn't work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, he wouldn't be such a monster. But we got to talk about the skits and we're gonna get into that. You got all your favorite songs on? Okay. Damn, Bino. My favorite song is When Sparks Fly.
That shit is beautiful. I've never heard a love song.
I ain't hear neither one of y'all niggas say Lemonade. That kind of like blew me.
No, I just know that shit like that's like his single. So I don't even finna, you know what I mean?
Playaways, Bang That, The Blues, and honorable mention The Beach. It was just too short.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember this. When the album first dropped, Rome came and said, bro, we 2-stepping to Lemonade the next Juneteenth. I was like,
bro, honestly, bro, like Vince Staples and DJ Mustard is that's a hell of a fucking connection.
Yeah, that's different.
Like,
because they did Bang That and what else?
Was it DJ?
It might have been. It was Magic.
Yeah, Magic.
Damn,
but like
nobody said Magic.
No, I just don't want to. I didn't want to say
because it was so close to that Lemonade.
I just
and
felt
another
like
one. They was like the same, not the same song, but like the same type of song.
Yeah.
I just felt like them. Like I felt like they could like those type of songs, bro. Like is for me, it's a given. Like it's just a given, bro. Them shits, like
no facts.
Them fucking goddamn his singles, like you feel me? Like those shits was a given, and it like both of them songs like catch that West Coast vibe that you think of if you think about like the West Side. You know what I mean? Like if you think about like what it sounded like to be in California. You know what I mean? Like I can hear that driving down PCH type shit. You know what I mean? So like I wasn't gonna mention those because like I said, they just a given.
Yeah, I got you. Move that mic just a little bit closer, my brother.
And another thing too, I just kind of want to point out, it just keep further like cementing for me, like West Coast artists, they just get it.
I'm so happy you said it.
Like they know how to like really structure an album and give you like a complete listening experience. And that's something I feel as though that's getting lost.
Because it ain't a lick for them.
Yeah.
It's real shit.
Yeah, it ain't a lick for them.
I'm happy you said that because I've had a weird affinity for West Coast music.
Atlanta wave is ruining hip hop.
Damn, I said it. I said it.
Oh man,
for real.
We'll talk about this since like 2009 though. For real, like I've had like a crazy affinity for like West Coast music.
Yeah.
So like, I'm happy that you said that because they really be pumping out some good ass fucking music.
Yeah.
I would probably say the album that really did it for me, that just really just made me like, okay, I really got to pay attention, was Victory Lap. Like that was the one I was just like, damn, like it just keep happening, bro. Like these niggas is fucking fire, bro. They can rap and they know how to like give you a complete like vision, even if it don't matter like if everyone has similar stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the gang culture is so
they really got similar stories.
Yeah. But it just how you present it, even though it's the same shit, you can still have an effect on someone depending on how you present it.
Because go ahead.
Yeah, they just got like when you think about like a Vince Staples, you think about a Nipsey Hussle, you think about a Dom Kennedy, you think about fucking Overdose, like all these different pockets of the same fucking LA and fucking Long Beach.
It's a
all
very
these niggas went through the same thing,
palette.
but they all got like a unique perspective on it. You feel me? So like the way Nip was looking at his hood in the 60s and the way fucking Vince Staples looking at his hood over in Long Beach and the way fucking Dom Kennedy looking at Lamert Park literally right down the street is all different. You know what I mean? So like that shit is just cool to me that all these niggas can really be saying the same shit, but they perspective be so unique that it come out in a whole different like way sonically.
Yeah, because
you just made that shit sound like a Marvel universe.
But he ain't lying though.
Like real multiverse shit.
Like niggas is really various. Like the thing about it is like
damn
their specific ecosystem creates a different type of person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you seen Into the Spider-Verse, well, Across the Spider-Verse, like at the end, I ain't gonna tell you what happened, but if you see it at the end, you know what I'm talking about. But you got them 4 niggas who probably no more than 100 miles apart.
Even with Kendrick,
they all got super diverse sonic palettes. Like shit, Tyler from the West too.
Yeah,
Tyler
the creator
sound completely different. But the thing is, there is a baseline of what the West Coast sound is, and they go back to it when they need it. But like, don't none of them like rely off of it.
Yeah.
Like they don't wear that shit out. Kind of like
Atlanta music is killing the hip hop scene.
Well, okay. So let me say this, and then we can move forward. But do you think about like we talking about Atlanta? And then we'll talk like Atlanta is like a bigger Birmingham. So I mean, they might.
They gonna fry you.
No, they gonna fry him because he just killed the music coming out of Atlanta. But I'm saying like
you from Birmingham, so I understand why you say that.
Thank you.
But people outside looking in not gonna view it that way.
So what I'm saying is, what you hear is somebody from Atlanta rapping, and then you'll hear somebody from what's an outskirt to Atlanta or something close. You know, Marietta.
All them places Almaretta was talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Shit, you got that, but them niggas in California different.
Yeah, because it's
and they can really rap. Too.
Yeah, they're
difference.
doing music because they have a talent and a desire to do music.
Yeah,
a lot of them niggas from Atlanta
just doing it because they know somebody.
It was this.
This conversation hurt to have.
It was this.
It does though because it's so close to home.
And we're gonna get into the events, but it was
Atlanta niggas. I love y'all, cuz I ain't even. I don't support what you talking about.
I don't give a fuck. I make the point to stand on it, bro.
I love that hood shit.
But I say it like this. For them niggas, it'd be like, hey, it was either this or in the 2020s, sell crack.
I feel you though.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
So it'd be like, which path is the road of least resistance? These niggas from California be like, hey, I really love making music. And if I can make money making music, that's beautiful. These niggas be like, bro, I don't want to sell dope no more.
Yeah.
So shit, music looking like the easiest way.
Yeah.
Like I already got a name because I'm popular.
Yeah.
So let me just translate it into something else.
And it's crazy that you say that because like, circling back to Vince, like I remember watching I remember when he was doing his little press run for Ramona Park Broke My Heart, but he was telling them niggas like basically cuz kind of alluded to like, cause you know Vince Staples is like real. He real nonchalant about a whole lot of shit. Like a lot of shit don't really impress him because he really coming from the trenches. You feel me? And that's one of the things that I actually like. I respect.
You know how this shit go.
But like they asked him kind of like what it is that you think you like. You know what I mean? Like basically like asking him more about like the dedication to the music because he was talking about other creative outlets, and he was like, you know what I mean? Like you can kind of tell that he was like for real. He's like, you know what I mean? Like I really do this shit. Like it wasn't like a get out of jail free card type situation. He was talking about like nigga, for 2 years I like folded Earl shirts, nigga, and fucking was his hype man.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like having like a $500 per diem and them niggas slept in the same room, and he went from that to fucking I think he said Schoolboy Q took him on tour. And then Matt Miller took him on tour. He said he opened up for Joey Badass or whatever, but he was saying like, my nigga, like that's, I don't think you can get no more dedication than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like niggas in the South, they saying like, you know what? I don't want to say I don't no more. Fucking let me do this. But like you taking a nigga who don't really give a fuck about like musicality on the grand scheme of like what we do.
Yeah.
But he's so good at music that like he really was like, all right, cuz like, I'm gonna do this shit because I'm good at it, and I can do this shit basically for nothing.
Yeah,
and it just so happened to pop off for him. Like that shit crazy.
And then like when you listen to him talk, like he'll discuss, God damn DJ, the vibration that whole tear the hole in the couch. But when you listen to him talk, like he'll say like how his musical like knowledge and appreciation extends far beyond rap. And I think a lot of the artists who are contributing like into the assembly line factory type of music, that's all they know. Like them niggas like probably don't even know who Frankie Beverly and Maze is. And that's something that's so close. Like that's cookout shit. Yeah. So they definitely don't know who the fuck like Grateful Dead is or no shit like that. And Vince Staples would be like, he'd be in the car like, sliding on the 405, listening to that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like, so his musical, like, palette is so large, like, he can create so much and pull from so much. So, I mean, nah, I ain't giving them niggas no excuses. But let's get into this, man.
Nah, all them niggas went to high school together.
But it's something funny about that.
That's how it is, bro.
It's something funny about that I do want to say because, like I said, I'm the Vince Staples person. Everybody.
Hell.
So like, but the nigga was saying like how, you know what I mean? Like when he was growing up, he wasn't listening to no music.
Yeah.
That nigga was like, I was really outside. Like I didn't have like I wasn't listening to no music. We ain't had cable. I ain't watch BET. The nigga said something so fucking funny because he was like, my nigga, like my music reach come from motherfucking iPod I confiscated at school. Like that's how he's listening to this shit. Like the shit that you talking about, like it's so profound. Like that shit's so fucking profound that this nigga like range is this big, but like bro, like he looking at it like nigga, I was just listening to whatever the fuck music on the podcast I stole. Like I stole the nigga iPod or whatever music was on his iPod.
That's what I was
listening to.
That shit that's crazy.
Fucking crazy.
And then they just had this big ass melting pot because he was able to like stumble like on like Odd Future niggas. And it was like around the internet and shit like that. So it was like he stepped into like this amazing like what they call that shit when it be a bunch of
that wasn't on purpose. A little rust.
God shit. What was I finna say?
Time is everything.
Come on, man. He
fuck
was
off, man. It's a bunch of niggas, man. It's a bunch of niggas
like,
making good music. And he just stumbled into it and was able to like build his craft slowly.
Yeah, and it's
Thank
crazy
you,
because like
I appreciate that.
But yeah, like I fuck with him so much though, and I think that like the reason why I like really do like support that nigga music is because like his whole grind is out of circumstance.
Yeah.
And like I understand that from all of the shit that I do, like every single facet of the shit that y'all fuck with me about doing, I kind of do it out of circumstance. You know what I mean? So like to hear a nigga be like, bro, I'm this caliber of rapper, just straight from not wanting to wild out no more. You know what I mean? Like literally, like nigga said he used to go to the studio because his homeboy used to make him go to the studio, my nigga, just to not be thugging. He wasn't rapping at the time. And then all of a sudden you run into fucking Odd Future. Like, what? Cuz like that's crazy.
His journey was blessed.
That's how the game was. Like he said, I didn't really start rapping until I put out
until he stopped stripping.
God damn. Damn, bro.
Shit.
Oh,
has that been confirmed?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Don't act like y'all don't know.
Oh no, I heard that. No, I absolutely
I don't know what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
I know what you're talking about.
I heard the allegations, bro.
Okay.
But I was just saying that to say like a lot of those guys they're really doing that to get out of their situation.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they really tap into their potential. Like you said, just based out of just circumstance type situation. And there's several other artists from the West Coast that got similar stories to that. And it's just latent potential that you just tap into, and who you meet in the right time and the things like that. All that shit matter, bro.
Yeah.
Just being in the right place at the right time when you supposed to be there and then taking advantage of the opportunities that you have. That's really the biggest thing.
Yeah. Because I mean, as a nigga that's just like, as a nigga that's thugging, as a hood nigga, cause most hood niggas, like I've been there, bro. Like I had to like unlearn a lot of shit growing up just off the strength of like growing up being closed-minded as fuck. Yeah. So for a nigga to be that young and to be a reputable ass Crip nigga and still have an open mind enough to be like, all right, my nigga, like this, all right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's lit, bro. Like sometimes that shit just
you talking about you or Vin?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, like just you tell me.
Oh man.
And I'm not gonna lie, like this may be ignorant of me, but like when I hear Vince, like a lot of his interviews and stuff, I'm just like, he can't be like that ass serious.
Listen. Like, I swear to God, listen.
That
Vince,
he
does not give a damn.
Serious.
He be dead ass serious, bro.
So I think
now I respect it. But initially, I'm like, what the fuck?
Because he'll say some shit like, bro, Ray J the GOAT. And then you be like, what the fuck you talking about? And then he give your ass like 10 bullet points. It's
and
like,
you be like, oh shit, that actually
he really that nigga, bro.
Like, let's check out, cuz.
They asked him, they said, man, how you feel about making Obama's playlist? They said, man, somebody put that together for Obama. he said, yeah, I appreciate whoever put that on Obama's playlist.
Like, you know, it ain't what y'all think it is.
Yeah,
it's cool though.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Bro, Vince be dead ass serious. Whatever he say, he's serious all the time, bro. Like,
yeah,
that
so
be crazy because he really be for real, and he like the fucking points he be making be valid as fuck. Like, because like I remember when he first said that shit on goddamn the Rosenberg show, he was like basically saying like how Ray J was like the first nigga to like bang his hood. And like I went back to the video like, damn, cuz like Ray J really like the first rap blood, bro.
that shit
Like
crazy.
that's wild.
That shit
like,
crazy.
Like he the first mainstream rap blood, bro. Like that's crazy.
That nigga really succeeded in every area that he jumped into.
yeah.
Like Ray J, like, well, I don't know if he'd go, but you know, Vince Staples entitled to his own opinion.
According to Vince Staples, he him, cuz, and then kind of check out.
That nigga had Fab scared to throw them hands.
Oh shit,
Got an indoor pool and an outdoor pool.
Man, cuz really
Indoor basketball court and outdoor basketball court.
And cocaine on the piano. What's up, nigga?
Like, what is imagery coming from?
Man, what we got, man?
You gotta be living that, bro. You gotta be living
It don't just happen, bro. Like you can't, like some of this shit you just can't make up. And like in light of that, like let's talk about some of the shit that he covered on this album. I know we went all the way around the world, but it was for a good reason. So let's get into. We already talked about our favorite songs.
Yeah.
Like, what were some of the like elements of the album that stuck out to y'all? Whoever want to go first. Like whether it be like specific sounds,
The production.
Okay.
The production was like, I heard so much like old school song that I've heard in the past, and I was like, damn. You know, like on Road Street, I just told you, I think that's like, it wasn't Monica?
You said
Maya.
it was Maya.
Oh, it's Maya. Best of Me with Jay-Z.
I'm really gonna, because that's a good, observation, bro.
And I just want to talk about When Sparks Fly.
Go. This your time, bro. Listen, this is your time. You have been champion for Vince,
bro.
This your time, bro. Get your shit off.
Production on the entire album, bro.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Like from start to finish. Like does Beach and the blues kind of sound the same?
They roll into each other.
Kind of
but that ocean sound is like in beginnings of songs throughout the album. Not every song, but it's a few of them.
Yeah, they just hark back to Long Beach. So that's when you say, bro, like they really good at this shit, bro. Like these West Coast niggas is really good at crafting these albums.
Yeah, like everything is intentional. It's 100% intentional. But what about When Sparks Fly? What do you
go ahead, Corey?
So I at first of all, it's a beautiful love song. Okay.
This is true.
I listened to it at least 4 times before I figured out he was talking about his pistol. Dog.
I got a point for that. That's funny that
I think it was the point. It was the point where he was like,
I never put you in the jam.
Nah, it was.
That's fire.
Everything about it is just like
we go 100 rounds.
That, at the end of it, but he was like, put that pussy nigga across the street. I was like, wait a minute. She
like,
rolling like that?
Wait, what? But that's
like
what
she riding like that.
But it's crazy, like, you know what I mean? But like,
she is.
A funny thing about that, though, I don't know if you remember, bro. We was in a group chat, and you know, fucking me, goddamn, standing on this damn Vince Staples hill. I was telling the niggas like, bro, like, play this shit, like, you know what I mean? And you know, we got that one nigga who always gotta go to the gym to run the motherfucking music. Motherfucking Skip. So Skip comes back in the group chat like, bro, I just heard When Sparks Fly, my nigga, and this shit is fucking crazy. And I'm like, bro, I've been telling you to fucking listen to this nigga. He was like, cut, I ain't know that this nigga was coming like that, bro.
Well, real quick, before my camera, this one too. Before we get any deeper into this conversation, I am a Vince Staples fan. What was it? Big Fish Theory?
Yeah.
And what was the one after that?
FM came.
No, the one before
FM.
that.
Prima Donna.
I didn't like those two.
You like Prima? Oh, you tweak. Okay, no,
let me rephrase. I couldn't get into him. So like he was on the back burner for a while. But right after that, was the radio one.
That's FM.
FM.
And then Vince Staples. And then this. So yeah, it was just them other two. I'm with 3 for 5.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was
decent average. You know?
I went no.
Summertime 06.
Because the FM radio shit, that didn't count. That's not an album, right?
I don't know, to be quite honest.
How many was it?
It was like this is his 5th studio album, so it can't be because that's Summertime 06, Prima Donna, Big Fish. Yeah, the FM don't count. So that's a mixtape. Yeah, so 4 out of 6. I just can't get with them. Like coming off of Summertime 06, it was just like, what the fuck is this? And I like the Hell Can Wait. I was just
okay.
Nah, bro, I'm straight.
He got into like a fucking run of like making festival music.
And I got that and I respected it, but I was just like, that ain't what I'm coming
to
for.
be able to adapt like that is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, as an artist, like the nigga really, like, I wish that more rap niggas who want to be rappers would watch more of this nigga videos. Cause he kind of give me like stupid game. Because especially in like these times, like my nigga, we live in a digital age. So
yeah.
If you a fucking rapper and you thriving on any level, you more than likely gonna hit a festival circuit.
Yeah.
So prepare yourself.
The nigga hit the festival circuit, looked out in the crowd and realized that there was a lot of white people in this crowd. And started making fucking music for the festivals, and them bitches started getting fucking hit up, put in movies. Yep. Like, that's like a crazy finesse, my nigga. Like, you're a pretty smart motherfucker to even goddamn catch that.
Yeah, because I think he said Big Fish was all... he made that whole album specifically for sync placement.
Yeah, like that's crazy, cuz like, but like that's the sign of a nigga who really
like into the business.
You feel me? Like I'm coming from nothing, my nigga. So like I'm gonna get this bread at all costs, my nigga, without being a fucking carbon copy of some other shit.
And I don't have to be a superstar to do it. I just gotta like use my like what I have. I gotta be able to use it as far reaching as possible. Yeah, and I respect that.
That's some real nigga shit.
I definitely respect it.
And and then just to piggyback on like you said, a lot of his stuff being featured like in a lot of movies, like even a lot of video games, like a lot of his music has popped up. Like I think Blue Suede was
probably my favorite song of his.
I think it was in one of those Mortal Kombat trailers that came out a couple years ago, and that song just blew up. Like it hit streaming, like it charted just off that trailer alone. I think it was like top 10 or something like that. When that trailer came, I think it was Mortal Kombat, I think 10 or 11. But I just know like it was like a surge of like Vince Staples' popularity just off that song being in that trailer.
That's what's up.
In Magic, like a...
no, nigga, when sparks fly.
You want to get
rewind, nigga.
We still on there, but he was talking about like his music being played.
You go back.
Well, hold up, cuz. I just got here. Hold up, cuz. No, what I'm saying is, wasn't Magic on a car commercial?
Yeah.
It was on the Acura commercial.
Yeah.
That he did.
The blue. The blue one.
Yeah, that Acura.
The Pepsi Crip Blue Acura commercial.
Shut up.
Okay. Okay. He was standing on that hole. You don't remember?
Yeah, that's why.
Didn't it float? didn't the car fly in the commercial? Wrong. Am I tripping or did the car fly?
Yeah, it did some shit.
I knew I would trip.
It did some shit.
That whole like took off in the hell.
I think it was like,
did that shit float?
I think it did. It did some extra shit. Cause I was like, bro, Vince Staples was working car commercial. That shit just go ahead.
But when Sparks Fly, so the intro coming into When Sparks Fly is nameless, and they asking, have you shot a person? And then shot her like I don't know if it was a woman or a man, really.
I hope it was a girl.
It was a girl. It was apparently it was some reputable crook.
She said that's what they say.
My fault.
Yeah, you did that.
Damn, my bad.
We all fucking up.
Get your leg back, DJ. Get your leg back.
We all fucking up.
My bad.
She said that's what they say. I was like,
several times that's what they say.
Several times.
Wow, cuz.
And she was like, I don't know. Bullets ain't got no name.
Bullets ain't got no name.
Like, damn,
they don't.
And then it went into the song. And this how I was kind of confused as to how you didn't necessarily understand what the fuck was going on in the song. But which said, I know that you love me. You ain't got to show me off to the world. Please hide me from the police. Everywhere you go, we together, inseparable. You know I'm down for whatever, protective of you. I don't want to use protection with you, but the glove will keep you safe if you ever get loose. Never put you in a jam.
I feel
whatever for you.
Because he could have been talking about a freak that was here ride or die.
So check this out.
That was hard.
So like,
so check this out.
It check out.
So when I first heard the song, bro,
women ain't that Lord, bro.
I mean, but you feel me? Like you thinking about like, damn, cuz like you able to tell your bitch this? Like this what you telling your shawty, cuz? And she like, all right, bet I'm doing that. Like that's crazy, cuz.
When he said, put that pussy nigga across the street from Cherry Park, I said, wait a minute.
Somebody said that.
Like
the brakes.
This is a murder song.
Don't you break my heart. Love how you illuminate my thoughts. And then when you put shit together,
shit was fire.
I was like, bro, this nigga is cold.
Yeah, like cuz just real. And then somebody asked that nigga about like the, you know what I mean, like the different references as far as like the Nas shit, and he was like, I never heard him.
Yeah,
because he like, you feel me? Because he's like a nigga
that shit trip you out, bro.
Yeah, like, bro, like, and that's why, bro, you this good
with no real rap reference.
Like, you feel me? No reference.
That nigga said I grew up on
whatsoever,
Bow Wow,
bro.
That's crazy.
I grew up on Bow Wow, nigga.
Bro. That and then the second verse.
Listen to no damn rock.
They took you from me, kicking in my front door, looking for me, and I was like, okay,
yeah, you feel me?
Now I'm placing it together.
Place,
yeah. All I can do for you is sit and wait.
You feel me? Cause like, bro, that shit crazy. Cause like niggas really like. I remember watching when he used to do that show with like Matt Miller and shit. It was a video on YouTube of I think it was either Matt Earl and Action Bronson or just Earl and Action Bronson. But anyway, like Ben Staples was in that video. This was like a long time ago. This is like a 10-year-old YouTube video. But like he was telling like Earl, you know, he was like, bro, like I wish I could do what y'all do. Cause you know, I be telling like rapping about rapping. Mm-hmm. Earl and Action, these niggas rap about rapping. They know how to rap about rapping. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I can't do that shit. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, I'm gonna run out of shit to say in 2 years. But that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like cuz don't even really acknowledge that he this good. He really just feeding his family. Yeah, like, bro, you good as fuck, my nigga. Like, you really can rap.
But to hold on to that point, he's never put out a project where he just rapping about rapping.
Yeah,
he's not no ransom ass nigga.
He can't do it. He say he can't do it because
the perpendicular pins drop on the.
Don't do that, Skip.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't do that, Skip.
I hate niggas that rap about rapping because it let me sick to my stomach.
I like rapping about rapping. I don't like that type of rapping about rapping.
Have you? Okay. We'll bleep the name out. Have you ever listened to just a ransom album?
No, but I've heard some. I've heard some stuff from a
his
person.
Cadence is crazy.
What's the other nigga?
I've heard a person. I've heard some stuff from a person who I will not name.
Skyzoo.
No, I'm not finna say it. I ain't saying it. I just got here, bro. I'm just getting comfortable. I ain't saying it. Just know that I know some rappers that be rapping about rapping that make my head hurt. Nah,
rapper dingo ass niggas.
Don't name. I'm not saying it because I'm not finna.
He keep looking at me.
No,
he keep looking at me. So it must be somebody that I'm.
No, it ain't. I bleep it out. Nope. Hey, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all viewing.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like.
Who we talking about?
I was trying to pump fake him off his spot.
Oh man, but yeah, bro, rapping about rapping is good in some cases.
J. Cole.
J. Cole rap about rapping. My problem with him is that he don't rap about rapping enough. Cause
I think that was when he was his best. Slim nigga.
Thank you.
Limbs bigger than a nigga hitting the gym regular bench pressing the bar 10 steps up from y'all. That's when he his best.
J. Cole rapping about rapping.
Cause he hit subject based. Never mind.
That's why
I promise I ain't gonna say nothing about J. Cole.
Man, where we at? Skip?
Come on back.
Yeah, bring it back, cuz.
Come on back.
We damn near pod now.
Okay, yeah. This is true. Yeah. Shout out to our subscribers. But yeah, okay, these are a couple of themes that I got from the project. Product of my environment. And the songs of stolen innocence were like the two, like if I could title it, like if I'm writing an essay, that's what it'll be. But like some of the prevalent things was like, it's a ballad of the cycle of the inner city and gang culture. And everybody seems to be affected on a sliding scale. Like even so much with the woman who, you know, for whatever reason, she ended up being a single mom. So she working 3 or 4 jobs and her son become a victim to the streets. The other girl who was entertaining one of the dudes who was in the street who was like showing her attention. And at such a young age, she's sneaking out the house, getting involved with this nigga, knowing he ain't no good for her. Mm-hmm. And that led her down wherever it led her down. What's his name? Cody Scott. Cody Scott. Him getting caught up in the prison system, but then coming out to make a name for himself.
So I put that in perspective kind of too. And then it made me wonder, like, how deep is DJ Quick?
Deep in DJ Quick and what?
You know what I'm saying? Like, does it have a purpose, like DJ Quick, or is it just?
I mean, yeah, to a certain extent, because like, I mean, from just like reading into it, like on the surface level, like it's really like one of them things where it's like, I feel like honestly, when it comes to like, just like the mentality of niggas in general, like they really, you know what I mean? It's, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So
yeah,
like, I'm not doing shit else.
Yeah, this song just to peek my head up and look around and tell you what I see. Like at the beginning, and he had a 5-bar in here too, where he was like, money hungry women, what the fuck is that? I can't remember what it said, but like money hungry women do whatever for a taste. Yeah, like the hunger and the taste shit. I thought that was fire. But it's just like, I'm just looking up and I feel like this was from rapper Vince Staples' perspective. Like, I've already made it type shit. Mm-hmm. And this is just, just what's going on. Like, it's not in direct relation to the theme of the album. And I think that's probably what you're getting at. Mm-hmm. It's just like him popping his head up as a rapper, like having a moment of, this is where I'm at now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like with the second song. Yeah. So it's kind of like almost like he's setting the stage for like, okay, my nigga. It's almost like fucking, we was talking about movies, my nigga. Like, it's almost like that preface where it's like, you know how a motherfucker goddamn hit the motherfucking record scratch, like, this me, you wonder how I got here type shit.
Did it feel like
my nigga.
This is moment on Pulp Fiction when they was in the car with the body in the trunk.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's kind of like shit, bro. Like, and he comes out.
I guess you're wondering how I got here.
I ain't never quitting on the homies from the set. Like, you know what I mean? So now you gotta wonder, okay, so what's up? What is the set? Who the homies is? And then he backtracked like, yeah, my nigga, like, this my life. Like, this, you know what I mean? So like that's,
and then it bounces from like past the present, like how you say, he go back to the hood and they fuck with him and show him love because like he don't act like he too far away from them niggas. Mm-hmm. So the album, in my perspective, bounces back like back and forth from like old shit that happened and the current, and it also shows in that aspect how once you get in a certain level, ain't no getting out clean. Like, and a lot of the shit that you learn and that you experience, you don't escape it mentally. Like, you can choose not to do it anymore, but like that shit stick with you.
Is that
I kind of heard that in East Point Prayer. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, DJ.
I was just gonna say, do you think that's why he titled the album the way he did?
Yeah, and
because he came to that realization, like, no matter how far I try to do this and do that, this always gonna be a part of me.
Yeah, he said he just used it as like as a point of reference. You know what I mean? Like, as far as like the fucking north side for me. You know what I mean? Like, going to the park up the street.
Product of the environment.
As a kid, you go to the park up the street and it's all good. Like, you go play basketball, play tag. You feel me? Like, this is that park that's up the street that we go to. But as you get older, that park started holding a whole completely different significance.
Yeah.
And so the park for me at age 5 versus age 15
versus age 25.
You feel me? Like, it literally, all three of them stages have a different meaning of, like, you know what I mean? Depending on what you into.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a completely different fucking goddamn foundation for something.
Yeah. So and like, at this age, like he was saying on, it was either Magic, it might have been Lemonade. It was one of them songs where he was like, I really ain't on that type of shit no more. Like, I just want to spread love now.
Yeah.
I can't remember what song that was. But so from that perspective, if you're looking at it like that, it's like, okay, like, bro, this shit, like, really, and that's why I say, like, it's the songs of stolen innocence. Like, you really, like you said, you walked, he passed that park. Now it's like, damn, bro, like, 5 of my niggas died right there.
Yeah.
Like, when I went to this park, I knew it was for some shit that, like looking back, a lot of times I went there, it was something that took a piece of me away. You know what I mean? Like Rome said, like, I'd never be able to look at this place with, like, the love and adoration. It's like, it's a love-hate thing. Like, I had some of my greatest moments here, but I had some of my worst moments here. And I look at some of my worst moments here, they help define who I am now. So even at my lowest, I appreciate them and I understand them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm also still here because of some of these moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the shit still hurt.
Yeah. I would say it don't go away. Like you can go beyond something, but you had to go through it to get beyond it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you just can't skip the process.
Yeah, exactly. And another point I had, I was like, what Shawty was talking about on Nameless, like struggle and survive. No, not on Nameless. It was another one. But the point I was making was struggle and survivalism breeds apathy and emotional disconnect. And Vince Staples discussed like being emotionally disconnected a lot through this album.
Yeah.
On Playaways, it was on a couple more songs.
I say, fucking Playaways, fucking goddamn Mama's Boy, fucking DJ Quick.
Yeah.
It literally show up. I feel like it show up in every song, bro. Like every song on this album, it show up in some
he
form
definitely
of
talks about
like, my nigga, like I'm not fucking with.
I'm with the bag. I'm in for the bag.
But at the same time, he still say shit like, you know what I mean? He was like some goddamn. Basically, he was just like he don't miss a shot, but he misses a bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So like it's always kind of like this, like I love her, but I know that you know what I mean. The type shit that I'm into, she probably.
Or it's like,
you know what I mean?
If in another life I would be able to love her, but I can't.
Yeah, like it's just like all these different, like it's hella fucking goddamn like layers to like this nigga relationship, whoever the bitch is.
Yeah, he like shit.
Like whoever she is, my nigga, this relationship is ups and downs like a motherfucker.
Like she, and then it was like from the girl side too. Like I think he was like, she just want me to stay like for a while or some shit like that. And it's just like, can't neither one of them really connect for real.
Yeah,
like they so fucked up. Like he can't even trust her. Like when on one of them, he's like, she said she want to meet up. Like, nah, that's a setup. I saw you fuck with the enemies. Like I'm looking.
That was in Magic, wasn't it? Yeah.
Shit, I was.
Okay.
I just can't trust it. Like my trust is gone. Like my innocence of being able to just take shit on his face. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like I can't look at none of this shit as face value.
Because what the type of life I'm into, my nigga, like everything is suspicious. You know what I mean?
That's why the only love song he got about his strap.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, cuz.
For real.
Like that shit crazy.
And I can't remember. It was a snippet. It was a snippet. I can't remember what song it was attached to, but the lady was just like, fuck what she said. She was like, basically the album teaches you, and I can't remember what song it was, but it was a lady, she was discussing it, but it say, don't judge me or don't judge us unless you have bird's eye view or you can feel where we coming from. Mm-hmm. And that's why the snippets are so important. It's not just the songs. Like the snippets, like, okay, it ain't just Vince talking. Like he's the voice of all of these people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They just like, bro, like we going through it, bro. Like, cause one girl, she was like, shit, it depends on who you shooting at or why you shooting. You might think this shit fun. You know what I mean? After you do it the first time, it ain't as hard after a while.
Yeah.
And it's just like shit. Like we trying to survive. You know what I'm saying?
That's the end of one spark sliding.
Which one?
The snippets you talking about right now?
Possibly. But it's just like once like living that life for so long, like you form emotional calluses. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like, bro, like this shit gotta happen. Now it's like, okay, I don't mind running a nigga pockets. Mm-hmm. Or I can't walk to my homeboy house no more because I'm gonna get pressed. Like so then eventually you turn to other niggas for protection or for camaraderie or something. Then 3 years later, you look up, you knee deep in the game. You feel me? Like,
once you ain't no dipping no toe in that shit. So like once you really in it, nigga, like,
that nigga said once we show him the ropes, he can jump in the man. Like,
and they go back to another like East Point Prayer.
Yeah,
he talks a lot about like everything you just mentioned in East Point Prayer
because that's kind of like his that was real.
Made it to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I got hands, dog.
That nigga said made it count.
But yeah, bro, like for real, like that's like one, and that's crazy.
The chopstick.
The reason why that song, like I fuck with it so much, is because he done alluded to that a couple times.
Facts.
Like just like throughout his career, without like he never really. You can tell that the nigga don't really want to like praise this gang shit.
Yeah.
Like cause like really like I'm from that shit for real. Like I really don't want to stand on that. Yeah. And he done alluded to like having to go to Atlanta a couple times.
That nigga went to Atlanta and then Lil Baby hit the track. And I was like,
bro,
this nigga here is.
He came on that whole sounding like Meek a little bit.
The nigga said Lil Baby did that shit for free.
That's
Fuck
respect.
with 'em,
Like
cuz.
just off the street, like nigga, like damn, cuz like this, like one of like on some real recognized real shit. Like damn, cuz like this your story, cuz like my nigga, like cuz goddamn.
And then what Lil Baby said, getting money at the top of my to-do list. I was like, oh, these niggas. So I guess it's kind of like they share the same mentality or the same story, but Lil Baby's is
it's
from
just
Atlanta.
slight differences, yeah.
Yeah,
but that's like the reason why I resonate so much with that song is because like outside of prison, like that's how gang culture spread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the name of the song just for the people?
East Point Prep.
Just so y'all could.
And that's like, because like people be wondering, like I see niggas all the time, like, oh yeah, bro, there ain't no Crips in fucking Memphis and shit. Niggas don't know.
That nigga left
like,
banging up there.
Niggas,
Ja Morant's there.
You know what I mean? But like niggas,
we not gonna do this, cuz.
Come on, all right. Y'all not gonna act like this nigga ain't been banging Crip the whole.
But but like that's how that shit spread though. Like my nigga outside of like prison, cuz like
you
niggas really that shit.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying. Ja Morant, the biggest Crip this side of the Mississippi.
They said D Rose get to the backcourt, it's gonna be Guns N' Roses. All right, go ahead.
My bad. I'm a chill.
But nah, that's really it though, bro. Like that's like a lot of gang culture spread like that because niggas goddamn be on the run from whatever they, you know what I mean, what they did in their hood type shit, and they leave and. You know the motherfucking South is the hub of goddamn black people, bro. So like motherfuckers more than likely got family in the South somewhere in the Southeast. You feel me? So like the most safest place to go when you running from a big city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The safest place to go is to come to the country, cuz.
Yeah.
So like niggas come to the country and most niggas can't go back. He was just one of the ones that was able to go back. You know what I mean? But like most niggas can't come back. So they set up shop and you know what I mean? They say goddamn motherfucking shit follow you, cuz. So if you thugging regardless of how you know what I mean? What you gonna do? You beat a murder case, my nigga, you gonna come to the South and get a job. Like, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck is you gonna do? So you gonna end up hustling here too. So you gonna bring that same culture, that same shit that built you up. You gonna have to set that foundation because you wanna make it comfortable for you. So now you got niggas around this bitch goddamn banging and then these niggas start putting other niggas on, you know what I mean?
And
so
now
like
you look up and boom.
You feel me?
That's why he be getting so frustrated when people just really be glorifying.
Yeah, because
the
like this shit ain't like
that's why he said he really does this.
Like that shit, like that shit, like
these niggas ain't banging for
like
real.
once you really dip your toe in that shit, cause like it's so hard to get away from that shit.
His cripping is intact.
He's like, bro, y'all have no fucking idea what that shit really means, bro. Like,
and they be trying so hard to get him to like talk about that shit.
Bro, it's not. I'm not here for that. Like, I'm not here to like. I don't want to name drop no more. But one of the last point I had from like, you know, I guess themes and concepts, but it was like he walks a line based on what we were saying. He walks a line between glorification and acknowledgement. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll bring it up, but he also don't fail to mention in that same verse, like, shit, if I don't make it home, pray for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I'm coming back or shit. Cuz in jail. You know what I mean? Like, cuz as beautiful as we say when Sparks Fly is, like, cuz ended up going to jail. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and then I forgot cuz last name already, Cody.
Oh yeah, it's Cody, it's Monster Cody.
Okay, so Monster Cody, he was in prison and like got out and made away from himself, but it still started off in prison. Another dude was talking about how they put you, no, that was him. They put you through the system so young and they put you through every single step of the prison to get you institutionalized by the time you a young adult. So you do something stupid like kill a nigga in jail and now you in the hole for the rest of your life. But he was just like, nah, fuck that. And that just signaled to me in the album that, okay, the mentality has changed. You know what I mean? Like it started with the beach and end with the beach. But the person I am at the beginning or the mindset I have at the beginning is different from the mindset I got at the end. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm already at my ending point, but I just want to show y'all how I got here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I thought it was dope that it's just not like, hey, I'm doing this shit. Or I did this shit. Like, okay, I did this shit, lost homies, did this shit. I might die. They're going to come slide for me, but it's just going to continue the cycle. Like more people are going to continue to die. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really on that shit. I really just want to like come through and show my niggas love and show them that this shit that I'm doing is still possible. You know what I mean? But like, I also understand that they're still here. Yeah. And this type of shit is still going on. And then I look around and I see people talking about it, mothers, daughters, sons, brothers, like they going through this shit. And that's why those skits are so important, because it's just not my story. I'm just not an isolated incident. Like this is a
really
whole
using real people, like
epidemic type shit.
Real legit. You know what I mean? These real people on these skits. Like, you know what I mean? Like most niggas are, get a skit just to make that shit sound cool. He using real sound bites that he had to get cleared from the family members of these people, you feel me? Just to be like, let me put a spotlight on these stories. Yeah. Like that's some shit that a lot of motherfuckers just ain't doing. And that's another reason why I fuck with Cuz the way I do it, because he kind of understand, you know what I mean? Like he understand, like my nigga, like that's why he don't, like whenever people ask him about like awards and shit, he like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, and he's saying like he don't give a fuck, but he saying he don't give a fuck because he like, bro, like, he was like, he was telling Cuz, he was like, bro, like you telling me that I got the album of the year. He was like, I ain't saying that I don't appreciate what you're saying. Yeah. Like I appreciate it, but he was like, my nigga, like if I'm walking down the street and the nigga goddamn tell me the same thing, I'm gonna appreciate that from him the same way I appreciate that from you on the podcast. Yeah. Like the nigga just understand that, like, bro, like what I'm doing ain't necessarily for that, trying to be commercial. Like I'm really trying to like speak for these motherfuckers who don't got no voice, and I'm happy if they fucking with it. You know what I mean? So like for a nigga to goddamn for a nigga to be who he is and still just be able to fucking be grounded enough to be selfless about his music, my nigga. Like I'm not trying to be no Grammy Award winning artist, my nigga. I'm trying to goddamn do what I do, make my money, take care of my motherfucking family and shit. But also like I'm thankful for the actual people who matter, which is the listeners. Like that shit lit. Like I fuck with that shit a lot.
It's trophy in the hood. But you alright, Cole? Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good, cause I was looking for a bar.
Oh, what? I was just finna slide down to that section. I don't have a lot.
Slide.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Okay. Slide.
This is from the Blues. Said need greener pastures.
You ain't
still waiting on the rapture. I got you. That was
you ain't get it.
Bing, my man.
For sure, right on. No, cuz. Go ahead, man.
Need greener pastures. Still waiting on the rapture. I'm never lonely. Even my daydreams is haunted. I keep buying smaller houses, but won't find peace till the Lord allows it. Yeah. That's in that line alone, like, it's more in that song, but like that made the blues like so much more important, because that at that point, that's like the PTSD type shit. Yeah. And that's why I say, like, once you get in so deep, like you don't make it out clean, bro. Like that shit stick with you on one way or another. Like I heard somebody say in reference to trauma, the body keeps count. You know what I mean? So you'll have reactions to shit subconsciously that, process through your body before you can even consciously be aware of that shit. So my nigga can't even sleep good for real because of all of the shit that he been through. Really just like, you know what I'm saying? Like he trying to be more humble, like, and like continue to remember like why he doing this shit or like what's important. He keep buying smaller houses, but he say he won't find peace until the Lord allows it. You know what I'm saying?
Just being like, but I feel like that shit, like it had an adverse effect on that nigga like him because he really, you know what I mean? He really from that shit. So like you get another nigga who claim they from the hood and they kind of still lifting this shit up on the pedestal. And he kind of like, I think in the same song, he was talking about like fucking, like ain't no yellow brick road. You know what I mean? Yeah. Public housing. Like, you know what I mean? Like niggas like, bro, like I'm like nothing about like this glamorous ass fucking lifestyle I'm living. Like I'm not really, I can give a fuck about like that shit. Like I'm just happy that
I got the money to do with
this shit. Yeah. You feel me? Like cuz coping and he coping in a more positive way, but he coping with the shit. Like at the end of the day, my nigga, you still just coping. So like that shit cool cuz to see a nigga actually be, like I said, grounded enough to even be able to fucking tap in like that. Cause that's some shit that you just don't see all the time.
Broke my heart in the set and I'm still outside. Like it's just, this album, it spoke to me in a way where it's just like, he did a excellent job at not preaching. Yeah. He did a great job of not preaching. It's just like, hey, like this what happened to me. I ain't even trying to, like, the message is the message. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't saying shit directly. Like, it's just like, hey, like, this what I went through, this how I deal with it. You know, this how I cope with it. Some other people, like, we are a community of this struggle. You know what I mean? Same. So, like, however you take that.
Just do with it what you do with it.
Exactly. Is that you got any bars that stuck out to you?
Not really.
What?
What?
Not any that I actually wrote down.
Because I was about to say, well, shit.
Man, I can't think of. Oh, I did.
You was just rapping.
I was looking for it. Oh, that. But I was gonna touch on like how that sounds like a line dance, and that just goes into perspective about like how you got a line dance, but you talking about sliding on niggas.
That's just like being able to craft a song.
That's just like how
them damn West Coast
putting shit together, right?
just making music to murder to.
Because like everything really most of the shit really two-steppers, because if you think about the West Coast, my nigga, like that's they sound like them niggas be, you feel me? Everything gotta be able to, you know what I mean?
You gotta be able to crip walk to it.
And Chicago is their cousin, so it's like
it's all that, all these like different connections, because that is a big ass fucking connection. Like,
so like they have a lot of like stepping on both sides. You feel me? Like, so it's like they enjoy that type of music, and then you got to think about like, bro, it's always sunny, bro. It's always the perfect day for a cookout in California. Yeah. So like, this is that type of music. This is day party, kickback, cookout type music. You know, for the young niggas, like, well, you can listen to this shit and you just, doing whatever you're doing, and then you might learn something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be in there, like the what they call it, the medicine in the dessert or whatever they say.
Yeah.
Like
the candy in the pill.
Yeah, I feel what you're
that type of shit.
Yeah, all that shit.
But yeah. Shit. You was talking about the production. What's some of your favorite beats on here? I didn't write any down.
When Sparks Fly, Rose Street. It was another one.
Free the Hummus.
Yeah, that's a good one. And Magic, actually.
Okay.
I don't think it's a miss on here, bro.
I'm curious to know who made that beat to East Point Prayer.
Okay.
Because that sample, that sound, like it got like a church choir feel to it. Like it sound like a song that I feel like organs. I know.
Is it organs?
Like it sound like, you know what I mean? But it sound like something I heard in church. Like, you feel me? Like it sound like something that it's familiar to me. It's crazy for a West Coast nigga to even be able to make a song that's familiar to a nigga in the South talking about his fucking move to the South, my nigga. But like shit like that, where it's like, it ain't nothing that you get right off the top, but like just as a nigga that's really from fucking Alabama, like I could hear the church in the beat, and that shit resonate with me. I don't know if he was trying to do that shit, but like that shit do resonate with me.
Kenny Beats and Risky.
Damn, Kenny Beats crazy, because I'm telling you, Kenny Beats is one hit away from a fucking Grammy, because I'm saying that shit and I'm standing on that shit.
But see, the thing is, like he making shit like East Point Prayer, but who's talking about East Point Prayer? Like, who's listening to East Point Prayer?
I'm telling you, he like collab. He won collab.
We gotta draw awareness to these type of things.
Like,
shout out to Kenny Beats.
Kenny Beats one fucking collab away from fucking. I'm telling you, if Kenny Beats ever get in the room with a motherfucker, that's goddamn.
Kenny Beats is the police. Kenny Beats is the police.
That's crazy, cuz. But like that shit, just like, but like I said, that it really do, like, it has like that. It sound like a church. It sound like an organ. It sound like fucking being that goddamn first Sunday. Like, you feel me? And I like the DJ Quick shit too, because he actually had DJ Quick touch that.
Yeah.
Like that ain't like no, I'm fucking shouting out fucking DJ music Quick from my past. Like DJ Quick really in there, you know what I mean, doing what DJ Quick doing. And I'm sure everybody heard the stories about DJ Quick. That nigga's a fucking evil genius when it comes to this music shit, bro. Yeah. Like, cuz it's like different. And he tapped in, so like that shit, like, so like it's really like, as far as
I thought DJ Quick was more like him kind of paying homage. That's why I was trying to see like the perspective on it in conjunction with the entire album.
Sample at the beginning.
Yeah,
he really. Yeah. He said DJ Quick did the scratches and everything on that bitch. Like, he really was there. Like, you know what I mean? So like,
yeah, okay.
Because at the beginning, you hear the sample slow down before it go into the song. So yeah, like you said, he was definitely, he doesn't like, ain't nothing he do gratuitous. It's like it's a reason. Yeah. And I feel like it's always with love. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't just like, he ain't saying no names just to be said.
Yeah.
He ain't linking up with nobody just to link up with niggas. if it all of it is like on the strength of like a solid foundation.
I just feel like Vince Staples was like him telling you about him as a person, who he was, and this was telling you about the environment and the reason why he was who he was. Like, so that shit in entirety, like I was amazed.
So it's on like some Star Wars shit. Like it give you like the
perspective,
the old. It give you the righteous, the past event, well, the future event first, and then they give you the prequel after to tell you why the shit was like it was. Okay.
That is some Star Wars shit.
Okay, okay. So this the Phantom Menace.
The Empire Strikes Back.
I would love to hear one of these niggas like actually break down their music, like you know how they had like fucking director's commentary on movies and shit. Like,
man,
I would love to hear a nigga like really.
We used to have that with physical albums. The book that came with the album, they give a whole breakdown about every song or how they felt or who worked on it or who they want to thank. Like they used to do
get
that
back
shit.
to that type of shit, bro. Because like, I feel like that shit would be a whole lot more appreciated these days.
Yeah, even if you just do it digitally.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like that shit get lost to time, bro. Like getting a physical CD, like I was actually like excited to read what was in there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if they got back to that at some point, it would be so easy to do. Like you said, you could just do something digital. Like you could, drop an Instagram post here for all I goddamn. Like it don't even matter.
Yeah,
like,
it's just nice to hear the thought process behind the shit because it's like
it's so many ways to do this shit now.
Appreciating this music, my nigga, like that shit just like ooh, it'll be fire. It'd just be fire if motherfucker was really able to just like fucking give a nigga some director's commentary on what was really happening.
I hope East Point Prayer kind of opened the door for him to work with like more Southern artists too.
That take the craft seriously.
Yeah, I mean, like Lil Baby. Like, I want to hear him and Lil Baby again on the track.
Because it ain't all of them niggas.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of y'all niggas.
All right, Skip. Pull them back.
Nah. It's a lot of y'all niggas, man. But it's just a lot of people in anything that makes money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of niggas who get into it.
A lot of opportunists.
Exactly. With the intent to make money off of it. They don't fully understand or appreciate the craft. It's in movies right now. It's everywhere. But in particular, in like pertaining to this music shit, there's a specific genre that is or subgenre that is getting like exploited. Please stop. Please stop, man. God damn. Like just put 10 of y'all together and make an artist.
I didn't mean to do that, Atlanta. I didn't mean to.
I ain't just talking about Atlanta no more. I'm talking about music in general. Like you got niggas like 3K who don't want to put out music no more because he's saying it ain't no more originality or thought going into the craft. So he like, if I go out my way to put some shit together, y'all not gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
So it ain't just, and where he from?
Shit, from the same place them niggas is
That's
from.
what I'm saying. Like I'm not just saying shit to be saying it, bro. That's a nigga from Atlanta. Like, and Atlanta is the biggest musical region right now. He said ain't no originality or passion in rap no more. He talking about them niggas too. Like, he ain't talking about exclusively them niggas, but they are included in the bunch.
Well, he excluded them either. Like, nah,
hey, the only nigga he fuck with out of Atlanta verbally is Future. Because Future was in Dungeon Family.
Yeah, for real.
But he ain't spoke out on the... All right. Before we close out this episode, we have a segment called Sincerely Decipher where we talk to the artists as if we had them in front of us.
Like, bro, did Future get a 3K verse?
The Future was on a song with 3K. He didn't get a 3K verse.
He did get a 3K verse.
Where?
My Benz.
Yeah.
I told that bitch. I told that bitch, I don't give a fuck about Benz.
Yeah. What album was this on?
Honest.
I'm not fluent in the Future.
That was on Honest.
So, yeah.
The intro to Honest was hard as fuck.
He called don't mean shit. He hold on me shit. Whoa.
Yeah, he got 3K verse.
I'm saying he owned Dungeon Family.
So. I know, but I'm just saying like that's just a further like strengthen the connection. Like,
does Bleep have one?
Who? Did you just like?
This nigga
manually
like he ain't got the shit to do that.
Does any other active Atlanta artists have one?
No, I was strengthening your point.
Oh,
but
I'm also saying like if he fucked with Atlanta like that, more niggas have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And Killer Mike. and Nevadian Credit Union.
Look, Right there.
Yeah. I just know that Killer Mike song.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say
Tip. That's it.
I'm just waiting on like 2-3 weeks away from this Killer Mike album. So I know something is happening, but I'm just gonna sit on it until
Pause.
it's confirmed. Jesus Christ, cuz.
Wow.
Damn.
You tell me.
Cuz an album, bro. An album, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy, cuz. That's crazy.
I feel that chemistry coming back.
That's crazy.
Off the dribble handoff.
Bro, y'all niggas is not finna goddamn fucking rekindle this shit on me.
That's it.
All right,
bro.
cuz. All right.
But yeah, like I was saying,
Damn it.
sincerely DeCypherEd. I'll go first. Vince, thank you for your contribution to music. Thank you for your dedication to the craft. I wish more people like fully understood what you were doing and were aware of the quality of music you were putting out. But that goes to show that there are certain people who reach who they need to reach. And when they reach them, they create deep, lasting connections with their fan base. And so much so you've been able to expand your musical output to so many different types of music, and your fan base stay with you the entire time.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your bravery in that. I appreciate your authenticity too, and not allowing certain things to affect the type of music you create. You never once tried to attach yourself to a wave or get with certain artists to get hot or look bigger. You just kept doing what it was that you felt was the most authentic to you, and grew your artistry and fan base through that. So for that and this album, which I think is fire, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on that a little bit because, I mean, to a lot of people, Vince will be still considered like a niche type of artist, but the fact that he does get the respect that he does get from what he's put out, that I feel so that, motivates him to continue putting out the type of music that he does versus trying to conform and make the formulaic approach to making music that's right now, ultimately, that's really getting worn down and worn out. So it's really nice to just have that refresher to it is artists that actually care about what they put out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good, because I hear all the bullshit. I get it. I hear y'all, but it's nice to hear something that really matters, I feel. So shout out to you, Vince. I definitely appreciate the album. Granted, like I said, I am newer to your catalog, but your last two projects, I definitely appreciate it. And it definitely is still in my rotation because Vince Stable is still in because Sundown Town is still in my rotation. Fire song. So shout out to you, and I hope you just continue to elevate the craft and just keep, putting out what you're putting out. I enjoy it. So
whichever one of y'all.
Is on me?
Yeah.
Well, shit. I say thank you for the game that you give in your interviews. I feel like I'm a motherfucker that watch interviews of artists that I like. So
yeah,
being able to see a nigga actually goddamn think through some shit and talk about some shit, I fuck with that. So to see a nigga who actually be fucking intentional about how they do business, I appreciate that from a standpoint of being into this type of shit myself, and I get it. You really one of the type of niggas that don't align yourself with some shit unless it's true to you. So I fuck with that. And thank you for fucking goddamn just being. Thank you for being above this bullshit. I think that cause the shit that you be saying, cause I really be feeling like that. Motherfuckers.
The blunt honest.
The nigga really is the motherfuckers be trying to rope him into shit, bro. Thanks for keeping your hand above that shit, because it ain't too many niggas out here who goddamn brave enough to just keep it 100 with niggas in interviews in the media, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So we need more niggas like you just in general, because so thank you for goddamn not letting that bullshit slide in front of you. So shout out to you. I
swear. He'll let no shit slide, bro.
So it's appreciated like a motherfucker from niggas that's really from that shit.
I ain't doing no freestyle, cuz it's a chopping block, nigga.
Yeah. Go ahead. Bro, I'm gonna piggyback off everybody, bro. I mean, thank you for the project. from this project, Vince Staples, you could have put this shit together, bro, and I'd still listen to all 20 tracks. I don't even like long albums. I still listen to all 20 tracks, bro. Oh man, this shit's amazing. Your blunt honesty, man, like how you can just go in an interview or go into a room, no matter who's in that room, and be yourself, regardless of whatever situation, or like that stands out to me a lot, because you don't have a lot of people that's willing to do that. Yeah. There's no scripts involved with you, man, and I really appreciate that.
For real.
So just thank you, bro. Love it.
All right. That was another episode of DeCypher. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let them know where they can find you, Rome.
Real name Rome, everywhere. Whoa. Twitter, IG. You know what I mean? So I'm here. I don't post that much, but my stories got vibes. Fuck with me. You know what I mean? I use my IG stories, dog. If you want to know what I'm listening to, I'm always posting the music I'm playing. I'm always posting the food I'm cooking. You know what I mean? I'm really him in that kitchen.
Multifaceted.
Stop fucking with me, cause my motherfucking espresso journey. You know what I mean? Cause like I'm one of them type niggas. I got hella hobbies, so fuck with my story.
Cuz say hella hobbies.
You feel me? Cuz
he ain't lying, no. Go ahead, Corbin. Where can they find you? On socials.
In St. Louis, rolling up. Oh, no, man. Y'all know where to find me at, man. Shit. And if you can't find me, just holler at Skip. You know where to find me. You can always find me. And if you can't, I'm here.
in this motherfucker, getting it poppin'.
Well, yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning into another episode of DeCypher. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. All that good shit, man. And until next time, peace.